Hi guys, so guess this is another more sit down talky kind of video, and today I think I'm just gonna talk about some K-drama because I don't know, it's like when you love something you just want to share it with the world. I'll try to talk about K-dramas that are maybe lesser known so that so that if people find this, you'll find new ones, because I'm sure that everyone kind of knows like the standard very popular ones that are quite famous already. Okay, so to start off, I mean these are all in like kind of no particular order. Maybe let's start with like really old dramas. Cause okay, the thing is I only started watching K-dramas in maybe like June of last year, and I fell into such a deep black hole of K-dramas, and it's been like non-stop since then. I don't even know why, because the K-drama wave in Singapore kind of happened like maybe 5+ years ago, but for some reason I'm only getting on this now. So the first K-drama that I really think is very good is this drama called I Hear Your Voice, and I think it's like a 2013 K-drama, and it has Lee Jong-suk inside. It also has another girl, but I don't know what her name is, but I think she's quite famous also. I Hear Your Voice is it's like a fantasy, very melodrama kind of thing. Disclaimer about this show is that they have like an age gap, which if you're like uncomfortable with, maybe you won't really like. But personally in this drama I didn't feel that it was, in some dramas you feel like, oh, this is kind of weird, but in this drama I think it was kind of like okay. So anyways, I Hear Your Voice was basically, yeah, so the girl's a public defender and he's a student, and basically in the past when they were both a lot younger, so when she was like maybe a high school student and when he was just a small kid, they kind of intertwined, like their lives kind of intertwined, because he saw like there's this serial killer on the loose, and the serial killer kills his father, like the boy's father. Like they were driving in a car, and then that serial killer kills the boy's father, and the girl witnesses it. So that's kind of how they are connected. The serial killer was about to kill Lee Jong-suk, like younger Lee Jong-suk, but then because the girl sees it and she kind of takes a picture of the entire thing happening, which is evidence that you're killing this guy, then the serial killer like runs after her, which inadvertently saves the then younger Lee Jong-suk. So now so he kind of has like this hero complex of her, but the thing is actually, right, she's a very practical kind of person. Like she's not self-serving, even though she's a public defender. I think she's nicknamed like some like 40-second case or something, because basically she goes through cases in 40 seconds because she doesn't give a shit. But anyway, okay, her character sounds very unlikable, but actually the way that she acts, right, is very believable, in the sense where it's very practical, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, she's not unlikable. In fact, she's really quite funny, and you get where she's coming from. But then the fantasy part of it, which is where it gets kind of weird, is he has this thing, like this mind thing, where basically if he looks into someone's eyes, right, he can tell what he's thinking about. Okay, and that's all I think I'm gonna like briefly share about the drama. You can kind of watch it. It follows like then the serial killer, and then him, and then her, and their lives intertwining. Moving on to the next drama. I think, okay, this is not say a very unknown drama, which is called Sassy Go-Go or Cheer Up, but not that many people I know have watched it, but it's really, really good. It's really short. It's only 12 episodes, so I finished it in like a day, or like I watched 2 episodes at the night of one day and I finished the rest in the next day, because it was just so good. Like, it's such a light-hearted drama. I think it has, what's her face? Eunji from I don't know, I'm not no, it's not Blackpink. Okay, the other 2 guys, oh wait, no, but the thing is, in this drama, right, your second lead syndrome is so real. Okay, it's not real to the point where you want her to be with the second lead, but it's real to the point where you just want there to be two of her, and so that she can go with both of them. Because the second guy is so sad. Okay, wait, let me search up what's his name. He's quite famous. Jisoo is the second lead, if you know who he is. Okay, so Sassy kind of follows like this Korean private academy, and it's talking about like, okay, so there's like the top, maybe like top 10 students of the school and the bottom 10 students of the school, because in Korea they literally rank their students like numerically, which I think is like, what the heck, but okay. So it's basically about these two groups of people. So the top tier of the school and the very bottom tier of the school, through like a series of events, they kind of end up having to mingle, and it's very high school, it's very, okay, there is a lot of drama, but I think it's very heartwarming in the sense where you really understand and feel for every single character. Like even the bad villains of the story, right, they also have a reason for what they're doing, and you can really, like, you just really feel for them. The friendship itself is so cute because you can see the two different groups. Like, even though they're so different, you can feel them slowly coming together and slowly bonding. You really understand how people from both groups will face different kind of struggles. For example, like the top tier kids, they face a lot of pressure from like their parents, from the school, from themselves to keep up the grades and to be a certain kind of person, and then they always envy like the bottom tier for being so free and being able to let loose. But at the bottom tier, you're really scared because you're not good at studies, so you don't know where your future is gonna go. You need to, I don't know, bend to the will of some people because you don't really have a say. So yeah, I think the drama is very cute. The romance is spot on, but more than that, I think the friendship is very real and highly recommend. Okay, the next drama I'm gonna talk about is this drama called 20 again. This one is definitely like quite a low-key kind of drama, but it's so good. Like, okay, it's about this I don't know how to explain it. It's this woman, she's 38, and she's on the brink of like a divorce from her husband. She doesn't have a good relationship with her son because she and her husband married really young, like a shotgun marriage kind of thing, and she never got to go to university. One day she discovers that she only has 6 months left to live, so she's like, oh, what have I been, like, she reflects on her life and she's like, what have I been doing this entire time? Like, I didn't get to go to school. She was really passionate about dance, which she never got to fulfill. So she decides to go back to, like, she studies for entrance exams and she goes back to college to kind of like finally get that college experience. And meanwhile there's also this professor who used to be her high school friend, who used to like her. He teaches in the school, he's a professor, and it's kind of like they rekindle, kind of. It's very cute because I don't know, like the sound, like I really feel for her, and I think it's so poignant in the sense of like being a mom and like seeing how much she really has given up for her son, for her family, and how much she like hasn't been able to fulfill her dreams. And actually when she first gets into school, right, she faces so much stigma from the other students because obviously she is an older woman, an older student, so it's kind of weird to see her back in school. But watching her go through and be so ostracized from all the other students, it's just so, it's so heart-wrenching, honestly. Okay, that drama is really, it's not sad, but it really motivates you to take a long look at your life and to think about what you want and to think about if what you're doing truly makes you happy at this moment. Because after that I was just having a life crisis. I was like, help me. Throughout the drama, then she slowly builds a better relationship with her son, because I mean now they're in the same university, but her son initially like doesn't really want to acknowledge her because he's embarrassed that she's in the same school as him. But she has a very bubbly, very innocent, very naive personality in that sense. So watching her go through life is, I don't know, it's really very you really feel for her story, and you really feel that sense of like loss, because a lot of the, I think the drama was good in the sense where it was very real, where they really acknowledge that yes, she can go back to school, yes, she can, you know, she can do all these things that she never had a chance to, but to some extent, right, this time is gone. Like, she's never going to be able to go back to where she once was, simply because she's not 20, she's now 38, you know, her prime career time. Like, if she wants to go back and start a career, that's not very feasible. So I don't know, it's really good. I highly recommend. Drama 4 is this drama called Shopping King Louie. Okay, maybe you haven't heard of it. I don't know if you have. It is also quite low-key. It stars what's his face? Seo In-guk inside. Don't know the girl's name. The girl is like a new actress, I think. I think she was like decent in the show. Not my favorite, but like decent lah. But he was really, like, Seo In-guk was like the star of the show. As you can tell, I really like Seo In-guk, but okay. It's the kind of drama where I have friends who watched it and they say like they're like kind of meh about it. And I think where the meh part comes in is that the plot itself is not super believable. Like, you need to suspend your sense of belief. But it's just a very light-hearted, super funny drama. Like, when I watched it during A's, which was not a good move, but it was just so funny, because I literally watched it in like Starbucks and I was laughing to myself at the table while I was watching it on my phone, and I think people thought I was crazy. The story of the drama is that the main guy called Louie, Seo In-guk, is like a super rich guy, but he's very sheltered in that sense. Like, he doesn't, because he's so rich and because his grandmother, like, his parents passed away when he was young, so his grandmother is very protective of him. He becomes kind of like a princess who's locked up in the castle. Like, he hasn't seen the outside world. He's very naive, very innocent, even though he's very rich, and he has this talent for shopping. Like, he has this magic eye for good things, I guess, like quality things. On the flip side, there's this girl where she's from the village, like literally the rural village, like not like the rural part of Korea, and she kind of, okay, through like a series of things, their lives kind of get intertwined. But okay, so he gets into this accident because his uncle is like trying to steal his inheritance, because uncles always do that in Korean dramas. Everyone thinks that he died, but actually he just like lost his memory and he can't find his way back home because he doesn't know who the hell he is. So the reason why the girl leaves Korea is because her younger brother runs away to Seoul, because he's like, I'm tired of this village life, I want to go to the city, kind of thing. So he goes to Seoul. And then the thing is, in Korea, like, they meet in Seoul because the Louie, after he loses his memory, he's kind of like a homeless bum on the street. He's wearing her brother's jacket, but the thing is, he can't remember how he got the jacket. All that, I mean, the girl only recognizes him, like, so she runs over to him thinking, oh, my brother. But then turns out it's this random guy who doesn't know who he is. But anyway, so she decides to kind of like care for him in hopes that he'll remember, like, he'll regain his memory and remember where he met her brother, so that she can find her brother. I mean, it was kind of a far-fetched plan, but to be fair, she didn't really have that much to go on anyway. So yeah, I think it's very cute, because in the sense where they're both very naive and innocent in different ways, and seeing that come together, I don't know, like, it's just very funny. It was so cute, and I was just like I really don't know how I explain it, but honestly, right, I 10/10 recommend this to so many people, and no one wants to watch it because everyone's like, oh, that's such a shady drama, but I swear it's not. It's really good. Okay, so the last K-drama that I want to recommend is, okay, I think this is probably also a very well-known drama, but I love it so much that I just had to put it inside. It's called Fight For My Way. I'm saying this now and I really am like smiling because of how much I love it. Okay, so it has Park Seo Joon and, okay, I can't remember the girl's name. Honestly, I'm so bad at names. I mean, for one, Park Seo-joon, but also for two, the plot of the drama is just so good. The characters are so good, and the relationship between the characters are really so heartwarming. So it follows this group of friends who are like 4 20-something-year-olds. They're all at different stages of their life and they all have different dreams, but none of them are really where they want to be. So the main guy, Park Seo-joon, who's called Dongman, he is like, I mean, initially at the start, I think he's like some pest controller or something like that, but he's always wanted to pursue martial arts professionally, but he never got a chance to do that because of reasons. And the girl, she's always wanted to be a TV announcer, but instead she's just working as like a department store clerk. So then they have 2 other friends who are a couple, and the guy he's just working in a sales company, but he kind of is like a very junior level, so he gets stepped on by his bosses all the time. And the girl honestly just wants to get married to the guy, but she is not married, so that's kind of where they're at. The entire show is really about going after what you want, and it's about chasing your dreams no matter how impossible it may seem. Because for a lot of them, I mean, reality has kind of knocked them down. They come from not very well-to-do backgrounds, so they haven't had an easy life, and getting to where they want to be is quite difficult for them because of practical reasons. Like, they need to make money, they need to make a living, they need to support their family, that kind of thing. I don't know what else to say, but like the support between the friends, like supporting them to chase after each other's respective dreams, is so cute. And I love that this drama stems from, okay, so obviously there's a romance between the 2 lead characters, but I love that it stems from like a childhood kind of background, like something that's always been there but has never, I don't know, has never been brought to fruition. And there's all these like flashback scenes to when they were younger kids, and that's so funny. Like, I love the end credit scenes of all the episodes. Honestly, the show is really empowering in the sense where it really tells you to like take a good look at your life and to not do things because, like, do not get stuck doing things that you don't want to do, but instead go after what it is that you really are passionate about and what you feel the drive for. I like 10/10 recommend. I feel for every single one of those characters, and especially like obviously the 2 leads. I think their chemistry is so good. I think that their characters are so good. I mean, it's like the sense that both of their characters, neither of them are perfect. Like, they all have very human flaws. Like, honestly, the guy, he's like super rash and he just rushes into things. He's a bit just a bit dumb. But then the girl is also kind of like hot-headed in that sense, very stubborn, but in that sense where they're both very passionate, very loyal to the things that they love. It's just a great drama. Okay, so these are all the 5 dramas that I've recommended. I highly recommend that you watch every single one of them. I don't think you'll regret it. I'll leave like the drama titles if you didn't catch it in the description box down below. I think all these dramas are really important because, I mean, okay, some of them are, yeah, they're just pure fluff and pure humor, but others have, I don't know, like, they have a message. Like, actually, I forgot to mention, but like the I Hear Your Voice one has such serious moral dilemmas because it's about like law and public defending and prosecution. I think you can really learn a lot. Like, as much as it's a TV show and as much as it's a guilty pleasure, there's always things to take away, and there's things that really touch your heart and you feel like so much. I think that's enough of my rambling. I hope that you will find a drama that you like. If you haven't started watching K-drama, watch it. It's good. I am a converted K-drama watcher, so try new things, man. It's 2018. Time to try new things. Okay, so I think that's it. That's all I have to say. Also, I got bangs. Yeah. Okay, bye guys. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something, or gain some knowledge. I don't know. Okay, bye.